Everybody, this is the Algebra 2 week rundown for the week of September 14th through the 18th, your very first full week of school, all right? So I'm going to break this down into two sections for my week rundown, essentially what your week's going to look like, and then I'm going to go through a couple of things that I've noticed through my week, and I want to make sure that you guys are getting things done on time and you're understanding some things, okay? So first, what you're going to do, this is a factoring week. On Monday, you're going to learn how to factor by finding a GCF and also by grouping. You'll have a video on that. You'll have homework on that. That'll be due on Tuesday. On Tuesday, you're going to have another factoring video and homework on factoring trinomials and differences of squares. These are generally a little bit easier than the ones you'll get on Wednesday. So Tuesday, your assignment will be due on Wednesday. Then on Wednesday, you're going to have more factoring trinomials and differences of squares. And that assignment will be due on Thursday. And then on Thursday, you're going to have a factor review. It's going to have everything in it, and you have to pick the way that you're going to factor, and you will have that due the following Monday, because Friday is going to be a quick check day. Just so you know, I will be handing out your quick check after I'm done with this video. It's actually Thursday at about 20 after 3. And I'll get those out to you on Thursday, and they're due on Friday by 2. And I need them by 2 so I can correct them. Okay, I've been pretty lenient with my due dates at this point, but you guys really should be getting things in on time by 2. And the only reason I chose 2 is because on Fridays, if I have things by 2, I can get them corrected and you can know what your grade is. And I just feel like consistency is going to make things easier for you guys. So if math is always in by 2, 2 o'clock should be the time. All right, so I'm hoping that's okay and it works for you. Okay, the 3 things this week. Number 1, I kind of talked briefly about your quick checks. They're due Friday at 2. And what I will do is I usually don't hand those back for corrections. I'm not going to this year, I should say. I did last year and I'm not this year. You're going to get a 4, 3, 2, 1. My grading scale is online. I posted it in the resources under materials for class, and you can see what each of those means. They do need to be in Friday at 2. If they get in a little later, it's usually okay, but if they come in on Sunday, or if they come in after I leave on Friday, that's not going to count. This time around, since it's your first one, probably going to be lenient. Next week, not going to be lenient. Just like with your Delta Math homework, I'll get to that in a bit, but I have been lenient, and I'm not going to be lenient. I need things in on time. Okay, so quick checks, if I give you short responses, like I might say, way to go, you know, it's going to be really short because I have a lot of these to get through for all 5 of my classes. If I just think you did an awesome job and I don't need to say anything, I might just say like what your score is. I usually write your score 4, your score 2, or I don't really abbreviate or say much more than that, okay? And I think that's it. Yep, you see my grading system. Okay, question number 2 is turning in homework. All right, we're gonna be into the first full week of school, but you've had school for about 2 weeks. You guys should know your due dates. Everything's on Delta Math. You should have it right there. There is no reason to get things in late other than I ran out of time and I'm horrible at planning things, okay? So you need to start to make sure that you're getting things in on time. Starting next week, I am gonna take late credit. You're gonna get 1 out of 2 on your homework, which really isn't a big deal if you're late a couple times. It doesn't kill your grade. But you guys gotta start getting things in, because what happens is I'm getting all these late emails, and if I give everything due at the end of the week, then some kids are gonna be bombarded with work, so I need you to keep track of things like you were in school. Like I come to school, the next day it's due. That's pretty much what's happening here. All right, so Delta Math, you should be just turning it in. Also, for those of you who are turning things in on Google, like you do that turn in button, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't pay attention to that. I look on Delta Math to give you credit. So if your homeroom teacher is saying, I need to see that all this stuff is done, you can click done, and you might not be done. I actually had somebody do that. They weren't really done. I'm like, I looked, it's not done. Oh, my homeroom teacher told me to do that. Well, okay, I'm just looking on Delta Math. So if it says it's done in Delta Math, you will get your credit, and that goes in on Infinite Campus on Fridays. I'll be updating Infinite Campus tomorrow. Also, there's a couple of people who are in afternoon cohorts that I know you want to get some math help with your homework, and I have had that in one of my cohorts. Just let me know, and before your cohort meets that day, so let's say it's Thursday and you have an assignment due and you don't meet your math teacher until about 1:30, you can email me at like 8 in the morning and say, Miss Henschel, can I have a little longer because I want to finish this in school? Yeah, I'll be honest with you though, you better make sure you're in the PM, because if you're an AM kid, I will find out. Okay, just email me. I'm pretty flexible, but don't email me before or after it's due. Email me before. Last thing I want to talk about was Google Meets. I haven't had very much participation from this class in Google Meets, but I will tell you the kids who came from my other classes will say, I learned things a lot faster. I took a couple hours to learn something, and it took me 2 minutes whenever I was in front of you. And although your stuff hasn't been difficult yet, it will end up getting difficult. So I would highly suggest you come to Google Meets. My schedule is in the class resources, and I'm not going to change it right now. I'm going to leave it at those 25-minute slots. It alternates. I think it goes the advanced class, Algebra 2, the advanced class, Algebra 2, and then I'm done for 2 hours of Google Meets. I'm going to keep those Monday through Thursday. If you feel like you need a Google Meet on a Friday, please email me by 3 o'clock on Thursday so I can make some time with you, because my Fridays are pretty full. Tomorrow I'm going to be making instructional videos. I have meetings, and I'm going to be correcting. I have a lot of stuff to do, okay? And your grade will be updated tomorrow. Okay, and that's all I have. I'm sorry this is kind of long. I don't like making these more than 5 minutes, but those are my things. Make sure you come into Google Meets if you have questions. Make sure you're asking your teachers if you're a hybrid kid. Make sure that you're getting your work in on time on Delta Math. It'll tell me if it's late or not. And also, don't worry about the scores on Delta Math. If it says your grade is like a D on Delta Math, doesn't matter. It's Infinite Campus. Delta Math is just where you do your homework, and then I take those grades, or I make sure it's done. It doesn't matter what your grade is, and then I put it in as being done, unless you're getting zeros on those things. You should be getting some of those things right, all right? And I can reset things. I had a couple kids that asked me to reset an assignment because, well, they wanted to do better, or they wanted some more practice, and I'm like, okay. Okay, so again, I apologize. This is kind of long. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I hope we get those quick checks into me by Friday. You're seeing this probably on Friday, but Friday, what is it, September 11th, big day for you history people if you know it, Friday, September 11th by 2 o'clock, and you should see your Infinite Campus grades filling up. Have a great weekend. Bye.